felt that y'all was nice. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not really going in any particular order because I made these a couple of days ago, and it's like now I kind of feel more obligated to just feel things out. You know, that's what I kind of why I was waiting on was to be able to feel you. And now that I feel you, right? This is that whole little karmic situation. That little, okay, so now that we understand that this maybe wasn't the right direction to go and that this person was kind of meant to do harm more than they were meant to just love, it's like, okay, now I understand. It's like, okay, so karma, right? So because I may have done something or associated myself with a particular type of lifestyle or a particular type of person, I got what was coming to me, right? And so that's kind of how you're viewing it, is as a lesson versus something, a punishment, I guess, or like a prison or a cage. So that's what you're meant to do. Okay. Now, Pisces, I think there's a lack of like care right now for yourself because I think in the grand scheme of things, you just want to forget this all ever happened, and you want to forget a lot of things happen. That's what I'm like trying to pick up on is you want to forget just a lot of things happen. There's not really a direction that you're genuinely going with in your healing. It's just like you want to forget it. You want to relieve yourself of the memory of this entire situation. Like, it doesn't matter which situation it is. Like, it could be all of them at once. So all that's happening, right? While you're trying to hash this out and do what you need to do, we do have Ace of Wands, which is actually a pretty damn good card. That means you're really into a creative mode. Like, I heard Art Bucket, something like Art Bucket. I don't necessarily know what that is. Art Bucket can mean a lot of things to you. You could just be drawing and painting and doing all these things and kind of just putting it somewhere underneath your bed, or like some of y'all could be painting walls and just doing a bunch of random shit in order to, like, you know, just chill out for a second. I also see something here with like moving into a very, very different direction with work here. I heard something about TikTok. I heard something about music, and I heard something about TikTok. That could be for somebody specifically. I'm also trying to see like there's a fire sign in your energy because I'm getting heat. Okay, because I keep feeling heat like run its way on my arm. So there's a fire sign in your energy. There's an air sign in your. There's so much going on here. Ace of Cups. So someone tried to give you something that wasn't to be gave. Okay, I'm gonna try my best to catch on to that lingo that all these bitches, these famous crack whores be using. It's given what it needs to be gave type shit. It wasn't given what it needs to be gave. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should have talked about that. Talk like that. So, Son of Cups in the world in reverse is basically a plot on your whole entire existence as a human being. Just like fate and destiny, for some reason, just doesn't like this person. Okay, and that's correlation, right? Because you're associating, you're lassoing yourself around this person. Like, fate just doesn't like this person, man. Destiny doesn't like this person. The person or thing or whatever the fuck it is that created this planet doesn't like people like this for some reason. And I have a feeling it's because these people are easily tricked or just stupid. Like, there's not a lot of mental clarity there and a lot of stupidity, which doesn't create any, like, I feel like attachment with our planet. It doesn't create any, like, real feelings towards humanity. Okay, so that's where the whole like coldness comes from, where a motherfucker says like, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill this bitch, I'm gonna kill that bitch, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. It's like this person doesn't really have any genuine thoughts about humanity. They don't really care about humanity. They hate humanity, which is the sign of a sociopath. Not a narcissist, a sociopath, right? Because a narcissist even still has feelings towards himself. This person hates humanity. Probably wants to kill something. They want to like do a lot of that type of shit. So the Empress and the Upright, I mean, this isn't you. This is like outside of you, like what you could be capable of at this point in time. Like I said, you're trying to remove a lot of things from your head that are making you dance. That's what I heard. They're making you dance or shake or anxious. Okay? Dance, shake, anxiety, all these things are the same. I feel like there's a correlation to you being able to dance and there being anxiety. Maybe not around your dancing, but around the things that are happening right now. So it just makes you want to like shake and shiver and do your thing, love. Do your thing, right? You maybe want to go out and have a couple of drinks or something like that. And there's nothing wrong with it, obviously, but trying to, yeah, still, there's no responsibility, right? This lack in responsibility is what's making you get your karma, right? This is what's making your energy so bad, and we have the bad card right here sitting up. This is what you're not even coping. You're ignoring the fact that shit even happened, right? Coping is like, okay, so this is the aftermath of what happened. This is what happened afterwards. This is what happens before you even start the process of healing, which is denial. Okay, denial that you was in the wrong. Denial that something even happened. Denial that there's nothing wrong with this situation. I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe. It's like a crazy person. I refuse to believe. It's like your eyes twisted and shit. I refuse. It's like, this is why so much bad shit has been happening. Like, why can't you collect yourself and realize this is the product of you being karmic to yourself? It's like, okay, so this person's karmic, right? But you're also karmic to yourself. Like, you're a danger to yourself, or you're projecting onto yourself. It's not healthy. It doesn't help you. It makes you feel like shit. And frankly, maybe this is something you realize more recently, that you're trying to clean up about yourself. But cleaning up doesn't mean drinking. It doesn't mean like going out and doing some wild shit. It doesn't mean suppressing, okay? Because suppressing it is not going to put you in the right position for healing. They said, what do you need to heal? Like, that's what they're saying. Like, what the fuck do you need? Like, because we've given you everything that you need, right? We've given you this option and that option and this option and this option, right? Which are the only options current to you at this current moment that you can go follow through on. But you can't get off it, right? I heard like something about you stinging somebody, or like you're like a bee for some reason. Is it because the stinger gets attached to the person, right? It gets attached to the human, or like because it just can keep on stinging. You might be a bee who just keeps on stinging, where you can't leave a person alone. And the reason why you can't leave this person alone, essentially, is because you have some hatred attached to them, where you just want to keep putting them through suffering. And as a result, it's just constantly putting you through the same suffering. It's like, okay, so sure, like, this person fuck with you. They hurt you a while ago, or they just keep putting you through shit. It's like you allow them to do that. You're inviting them in. So what the fuck do you think is going to happen? It's like, the universe is kind of saying, okay, stupid, like, you're wearing an L on your forehead, you're wearing a dust cap. It's like, okay, so are we going to change now? Are we going to just go ahead and go forward now? Are we going to move into the future, or stay stuck to the past? Because this shit is getting real boring. We starting to snore over here. Like, you're literally, I see some spirits like snoring and shit. I see them like sleeping and shit, like leaning back on their chairs and sleeping. Like, I see that. Someone has a recliner. It might be like a grandparent or something. Someone had like a couch or recliner in life, right? And right now they are just reclining. It's like, okay, so since we're not moving, then this means I can go rest, right? Like, you're not, like, technically you're not alive, so I can, right? And the reason why they're saying you're not alive is because you're not living. Frankly, I mean, I just said this once again to, you know, a totally different individual, right? Just said this. You're not living when you're living the fast lane. It's obvious that you're not living too, because the vultures have come to pick up the corpse. This probably won't be a popular read, right? I don't give a shit. But the vultures have come to pick up the corpse. You got me? They've come to pick up your corpse, because you're not living. You're barely there, type shit. You're barely, yeah, they said, buckle up, buttercup. There's a lot more where that came from. So, as a result to this particular behavior, right? Whatever the denial, whatever the gripe is, whatever is going on in your head right now, because I can feel you racing and going crazy. You might be able to tap further into your something. There's something that you're tapping for. I feel like it's your, not your intuition. I don't know what it is. I guess your people skills. It might be your people skills. Maybe you're able to see or communicate better. There's something to do with like communication or wanting to communicate with somebody. There's something to do with like being able to like make people feel like shit instantly. I don't know what that is. Like putting people down instantly, or like maybe denying people access to you. Maybe that's what's changed. Biggest, like most of all, is now you're able to put your foot down in a situation. It's like, okay, so you're able to put your foot down and just say, no, I don't want to talk to you, but you're not able to put your foot down to yourself and take responsibility for yourself as a grown ass person and just say, okay, let me deal with my shit. It's like, okay, so, and I think you have I think the reason why you're rejecting people most of all is because you have a fear of maybe owning up to that part of yourself. Like there's a part of yourself that maybe didn't think so much about yourself, like you didn't really give a fuck, and so as a result, you associated yourself with a certain type of person, and it hurts you several different times. You went for it, like you fell for it several different times. Okay, so it's like rooted into you, right? It's rooted into you. I heard from family curse, family trauma, family whatever. We can call it a curse, but in reality, it's something that's passed down from generation to generation because it's in your DNA. Okay, and DNA change. Remember, DNA changes like every day, so it's no permanency, and that's what your angels are saying. It's not permanently there. You just need to remove it. Like it's like it's a tumor or a cancer or like a physical thing, but not really a physical thing. You got me? It's like an energy that you can physically snip off. Like if you would pay attention to the type of shit that you was doing, you really would get what I'm saying right now. Like for real, you would get it. Because there's a difference between confidence and someone like almost boiling over. It's like you can act cocky, right? But cockiness is not confidence. Those two things, like they don't rumble together. You got me? Cockiness is a negative connotation. It's like, okay, so someone who's forcing it, right? Someone who has to force a smile, or force this energy, force that energy. That's cockiness, right? Confidence is smooth. It's smooth sailing. It just rolls off the tongue type shit. It's like sexy. It's attractive, right? Attracted to the right people. So you might be sexy right now still, but it's because that there's an intense aura about you that ain't right. It's crooked a little bit. It's like just off, when a picture frame is just off center, like you could be this beautiful fucking picture or this landscape, whatever, but it's just off fucking center. It's pissing me off, right? It's that. And you know it. I mean, you know it. You know it. You know you're not bulletproof, right? Like you're allowed to feel hurt about shit, right? Like you're allowed to feel these things without hating people, or without hating on people, without rejecting people from your life. You're able to dislike things and things about yourself and things about people in your life without hating them, right? That's a chapter I feel like you haven't gone through yet, where you've learned to forgive. That's something that still like haunts you. I feel like to this day, it's like I even see shadows behind your eyes or in your dreams and all this. Like there's so much shadows, like shit in the corners and like weird shit like that. Like yeah, you think you're seeing spirits of people who have passed, but they're spirits of people who are very much still breathing and still alive. And the reason why you're seeing the physical malfunction, whatever, like it seems like a glitch in the system, it's not a glitch in the system. It's your mind glitching. It's your mind saying these people, I hate them so much with a burning passion that they are really in the room with me type shit. It's like you hate them so much that you might not even be thinking about it, but until you bump into that person or contact them because you have their contact. I know you do, otherwise it wouldn't be showing up in the reading. You have the contact, and it just bubbles up into this black, dark, fucked up aura. It's so fucked up too. It's not even like, it's not classy, it's just fucked. Like you really need to cut it off. Like physically, mentally, everything, cut it off. Like, and cutting it off in emotional terms does not mean just ignoring it, drinking it away and smoking it away. It means like, okay, so sit down and be like, what do I hate about this situation? What could I have changed? What can I no longer change? And what can I do ahead for myself and change to be more positive for myself in the future, right? What can I change for myself? What is coming up that I am excited about, right? Maybe there's nothing. So create something, make something. That's something that y'all can do, and I know you're very capable of doing it. So for my sapiosexuals out there, people who are attracted to intelligence, work like you gotta walk it like you talk it. Okay? So in other words, don't pretend you're intelligent. Know that you're intelligent. And know that you're intelligent enough to walk away. Know that you're smart enough to walk away. That's what you're smart enough to do. So that a true sapio, right? A true sapiosexual is going to be attracted to, not into hating, attracted to an intelligence. Okay? An intelligence. Like, I don't know what this gripe is like between peoples, because there's so much to, yeah, there's so much to unpack package here. I'm not going to get into it necessarily. I want to keep going. Fishing for what though? Fishing for what? Someone's trying to move on out of spite, or collectively move on out of spite type Pisces reading, where it's not serving anything. It's not cute. It's just serving up like a pathetic wallop. Let's see. Come on, anything else that maybe this was just what it was gonna be about, but anything else, please, because I can't stand that shit. I'm trying to move on. All right, let's see. I heard something about a color prism, or something about a prism. I don't know why. Something about cubes and prisms and triangles and shit like that. I don't know. Maybe they're talking about like a love triangle, a love octagon. Like there's other people in your relationships, that sort of thing. Like open relationship could be what you're in. I don't know why your hateful ass is in a open relationship. Because y'all motherfuckers cannot stand other people. So like once you are able to stand one person, it's a lot to have to regurgitate and be around another one, and then another one. It's like, okay, so the open life isn't necessarily maybe something that you want to be playing with right now, because you are, like I said, you can hate. I mean, this is it. That's what's happening. You're starting to hate yourself because you allowed something to happen, and now you're afraid to take it back because maybe the person won't love you anymore. It's like, okay, so if the person really loved you from the beginning, maybe they wouldn't want another individual involved in the connection. If they really loved you that much, maybe they wouldn't want to add in a fucking throuple. Like, for some reason I heard Reese's Pieces. I don't know why I heard that Reese's Pieces to the relationship. Someone who like tastes like peanut butter or something, like, I don't know, like something like that. Star in the upright. Man, some of y'all have a little girl, or you're a little girl or something. Some of y'all have a little girl that you're really attached to. There's a female, a little girl, could be a pet as well, because I can see a pet here, right? But I can, something about letting go or release. Like, you got to stop attaching yourself, right? There's certain things that you're attaching yourself to that can come off as a little bit too hands-on. Okay, where if you're too hands-on, let's see. Okay, so that's what it is. Big girl, big guy panties. If you don't want a child or a cat or a dog that's too heavily reliant on you 24/7, right? You want someone who can become independent and an individual. You need to release some of the control. Okay, you need to start loosening up a little bit. Meaning, you need to not like micromanage and try to control it. You just need to back away, breathe, and be like, okay, yeah, do your thing. Okay, go out. Yeah, go out and enjoy the journey. Yeah, do this and do that. Like, just say, enjoy your journey, right? That's all you can really say in this situation. Because as people grow, they have to move out the flock. If you don't let them move out the flock, they become so dependent on you that it's suffocating for the both of you, and y'all end up hating each other. Don't tell me that ain't true. Yeah, they say yes, yes. Something about some creepy ass family members. Okay, Yeah, they're creepy because they're doing spell work, but it doesn't matter who's doing. Like, these are things that just don't matter anymore. Like I say, if you have a strong enough will and strong enough, you know, if you're dependent on yourself, like you're independent, you're not gonna care about this type of shit because it won't affect you. This is for people who are weak-willed. Spiritual work, or like, I mean, black magic, whatever you want to call it, is for people who are weak-willed. So when you feel these types of shits in your energy, it's like you should just be able to cleanse it out like it's nothing. It's like, okay, so you try to put wool in my eyes, but then you didn't successfully put wool in my eyes. You don't panic and start going into hyperventilation mode and close yourself in a closet or a room or something. Just fucking wave it away. It's like, okay, whatever. Like, I get it, whatever. Like, if you're really that paranoid, it's no big deal. Just say no. We're good. Something about loss of weight, something about physically losing something. I feel like loss of weight. Some of y'all could be getting surgery. There's other things here that have correlation to your appearance that I can say that you're probably going to be really proud of yourself about. I feel like the pattern has to do with, oh, the pattern has to do with health and wellness, and you have been really struggling with that more recently. As you kind of get back into focusing on me, it's going to start out just with the physical. Okay, you might not care about how you feel for a minute. You might care about just the physical aspect and you getting yourself back up that way. That's okay too, right? But remember, it all centers back to what's happening up here. It all centers back to what's happening in your tear ducts. It's like, okay, so your emotions at some point have to matter to you. At some point have to go back and reflect, right? I'm not saying you got to do it right now, but there's the full card right here, which is telling me it's like, okay, so, okay, sit on it all you want, okay? Sit on it like it's a motherfucking egg type shit, but it's not never gonna hatch. Like, you need to do that shit yourself. Get into that shit yourself. Stop resisting, okay? Start insisting, stop resisting. That's what I heard. Start insisting, stop resisting, okay? Stop allowing people to suck you dry, spit in your mouth, and tell you a piece of shit, and like all that kind of shit. You really want to be in a relationship like that? Hey, listen, I ain't really asking that question to you personally, but I'm asking you, are you really going to put yourself through this shit? Because if you are, remember, you're along for the ride type shit. You asked for the karma, okay? The karma didn't ask for you. You asked for the karma. That's all I'm saying. You want to be in a toxic relationship, then be in a toxic relationship, but do that shit while smiling. You better be smiling through that shit, because karma, it hits people who don't smile, who are unhappy, who fuck their life up on purpose, especially. So, just not. I have hope in this situation. You always have hope for every goddamn thing, Pisces. It doesn't make it right for you, and it doesn't make it non-abusive, right? It doesn't make you feel any better about yourself. Like, you're not being humbled by the universe. You're being humbled by yourself. You're realizing that, hey, I have no self-worth, so I'm going to allow myself to be treated a certain type of way. And that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Sometimes we can't save everybody, right? So that's where I'm at. Anyways, if you're not going to try to heal, I don't got nothing for you. I don't. Thank you, I guess. I don't know. Like, thanks for at least watching and doing what you got to do. Like the video. That's all I got to say. That's it.